Hey everybody, it's Wade with 365 Thermal, and today I'm going to be doing a full review on the AGM Taipan V2 19 by 320. So this is going to be one of their newer thermal monoculars that was just released in 2025, and we're going to go do a full review on it, go through all the specs, and see why I think that this is a great budget option for you. Alright guys, so I want to start off by saying that again, this is the AGM Taipan V2 19 by 320. So to clear up a little bit of confusion, some of you guys might wonder where the Seeker lineup went and the Taipan V1s. There was no 320 of either of those, so this is a completely new model. Also, the Seekers no longer exist. They changed the name to the Taipan V2. So the other models that you're going to see, so the 384 models, the 15, 19, 25, those are all now Taipan V2s, okay? But this is one of a kind. There are only two current models right now that AGM carries that are 320 resolution. That's going to be this, which is the Monocular, and also they have the Thermal Rifle Scope, which is also, there's one of them that is a 320 resolution. That being said, these, as well as the Thermal Rifle Scope, are going to be priced right between the 256 and the 384 models. Makes sense, right? 256 resolution, 384, 320, smack dab right in the middle. So, this is also going to be a great option for somebody who's on a budget that wants to get just a little better than the 256. And it is. It's priced accordingly, and it is exactly that. It's right between 256 and 384. That being said, I think that if I was somebody in the thermal market, I would want to do nothing less than what I could to get at least a 320 or a 384. 384 truly is the standard resolution for thermal optics. A lot of people think that because they see something that's 256 or even, the monoculars and stuff that are floating around out there that are maybe like a 160 or something like that they can afford it and it's going to be a great option for them. And then they get it and they're like, I can't even tell what that is at 100 yards. And they wonder why. The problem with that is it's bottom of the barrel. Okay, I'm going to be straight up honest. There's only two units that I sell that are 256 resolution for thermal rifle scopes, and that's going to be the AGM, the 19 256 and the 25 256, because they're the only ones that I really feel that would even be worth your money. Okay. Just putting that out there. You're also not going to be a long-range shooter with those. I also put that out there. I tell people that all the time. But back to where we were with this 320 model. This is going to have a 3x base mag, and this is going to get you a lot further range than if you were to use something with a 256. I wanted to put that out there. That's why I went into that whole entire spiel right there, to make you have a little bit more understanding of what you're actually getting when you buy these, okay? So this is currently priced at $695, okay? That is going to be something that's a lot, how do I say this? A lot more cost effective than a lot of people would like, okay? I don't know how else to say that. The 256 models are going to be a little bit less, but not much less, okay? And this is going to have a better picture quality. Okay, and so if you're somebody that wants to shoot any sort of distance with these more budget-friendly optics, this is the one you're going to want to go with. I'm just throwing that out there for majority of the people. Anybody that's trying to see distance and be able to actually identify what they're shooting at, or looking at, I should say, because you're not shooting with this, but what you're looking at before you shoot and such, before you get on your rifle scope to identify, this is going to help you significantly. With a higher base mag at low resolution, it will get you more distance. So again, back to the thermal rifle scope example, the 19 is a 2x base mag and the 25 is the 3.5. So the 3.5, there's $200 difference between the two, $795, $995 for now. And the 25 at $995 is going to be able to shoot significantly further having a higher base mag, even though they're both 256 resolution. At the lower resolutions, the base mag matters drastically. Want to throw that out there. Complete disclaimer, just so you know. This has a higher base mag than most people would like for a lot of close settings for a thermal monocular. A 3X is not necessarily ideal for a lot of people because it has a narrower field of view. However, again, if you are somebody that's trying to get any sort of distance out of a monocular at a lower budget, this is going to be the way to go with a 3X base mag. That being said, I'm just going to go ahead and go and look around this monocular. I'll tell you all the different components here, and we'll go from there. So this is going to be, again, the AGM Taipan V2 19 by 320. Right here you have your video display screen. Of course, you got the eye cup. This is going to be your rear eye focus diopter. This is your battery door. This is a lock up and down, as simple as it is to unlock and lock. Just pull that open. It's got a little, I don't even know what you're going to call that, little keeper there that you tuck behind the battery. It takes an 18650 battery, put it back in there, and just pop it right back down. Let's see if I can do this while I'm talking to you guys. Pop it right back down. It pops right in. Trying to get this on video, sorry. And then you just push the little door latch back up. That's pretty simple. Of course, it does have your your cap, and it has, there's your USB-C port. You can pull your videos off of there. Charge. That's going to be your charge light right here, and then it does have your tripod mount screw right there as well. Let's see, going on. We'll go to the top. This right here is going to be your zoom button. And then from there you have your menu button, which is also how you change your color palettes. It does have 4 different color palettes. It has white hot, red hot, black hot, and fusion. And then this right here is going to be your picture and video button. And then power button right here, power and standby. So that's pretty much it, guys. Pretty basic layout. I did not show you the 19mm objective lens there, and also the front focus diopter right here. So that's the whole layout of this. It does also have the tiny little microphone right there on the side. That's what that hole is. It's for your microphone. That being said, it's pretty lightweight, very ergonomical, pretty common for thermal monoculars to look very similar to this between a lot of the different brands. Great design. AGM has stuck with this similar design for many years. They've done minor improvements on the design itself because, again, it's a great design, right? And these ones, these V2s, the Seekers, of course, or V2s, however you want to say it, now take the 18650s, whereas the original models just had the internal batteries. So that's a pretty good improvement. A lot of people like that because, again, you could have, tons of 18650 batteries and switch them out as needed. You don't have to worry about trying to charge it, charge it between stands or on the go, or not being able to charge it on the go and having it die on you. So another great feature on there. We're going to go ahead and get right into the specs. Bear with me here. I'm just going to go ahead and read them off. So again, this is the AGM Taipan V2 19 by 320. It has an upgraded 35 or sub 35 millikelvin 12 micron thermal sensor. It is a 320 by 256 resolution. It has a 50 hertz frame rate. The display screen is a 1280 by 960 resolution. It has built-in audio and video with a 16 gigabyte memory, has Wi-Fi hotspot. The base magnification again is 3x. It goes from 3x on up to 22.5 with the zoom feature. It does have auto screen off with the tilt sensor, so that means when you drop it back down on a lanyard or so, it'll automatically shut the display screen off. Okay, so you don't have to sit there and keep tapping standby and that if you don't want to. You just pull it up, it'll come on, put it back down, automatically shut off. It does have the replaceable and rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Again, that was the 18650 that I showed you. Up to 6 hours of battery life off of a single 18650. It is external power supply capable. It does have a rugged housing and rubber overmolding, as I showed you. Again, this thing, you can tap on it. It's not, not something that's going to get all dinged up and, be all jacked. really very easily. It's very durable. It is waterproof. It compatible with the AGM Connect app. Holy cow. Apparently I can't talk today. Sorry about that. And of course, AGM's 5-year warranty. Let's see here. It does have the 4 different color palettes, as I said: black hot, white hot, red hot, and fusion. Dimensions, we got 6.8 inches by 2.4 inches by 2.5. So this is, 2.5 by 2.4, almost dang near a circle right here, a cylinder. Tapered out a little bit here, as you can see, but again, 6.8 being the longest dimension there. Let's see what else. Magnification and steps, in case you guys were wondering: the 3x, 6x, 11x, and the 22.5x. And that's pretty much it. This says the detection range for a 6-foot object is roughly 950 meters. I think that might be a little bit higher than what I would honestly say. But again, that is a 6-foot object, so that's going to be pretty close. And that, you're talking about a human out there, right? So that would be like seeing me at 950 meters. Let's see. That is pretty much it. I don't have anything else for you other than the simple operating temperature range is saying from negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit to 131 degrees Fahrenheit. So pretty awesome. Pretty awesome stats there on something that is under $700 right now. Okay, that's going to be very, very very hard to find, I should say, and that is why I really wanted to do a review on this. I think it's a great optic for people on a budget. Again, if you're anybody that's trying to hunt these things on a budget, that's trying to get any sort of distance, if you're trying to shoot, like say up to 200 yards, you're going to want to step up from a 256 to probably at least the 320. And this with a 3x base mag, and same thing with the other 320 optic the AGM also has. It also has a 3.5 base mag. It'll be able to let you shoot a lot further than those 256 models. Okay, that's probably the last thing I'm going to say about it, other than the fact that if you are interested in any of these, please visit www.365thermal.shop. I have all of these optics available on my website. You can give me a call or text me, 309-333-2044. Follow 365 Thermal on all social medias. You got Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, you name it. So, again, I appreciate all your help and support with everything. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.